Let there be peace and love. Welcome to Satsang. All this search to know oneself, all this journey stops once one really hears, or wakes up in the blink of an eye to see that he was always himself. He has not to search for it. So that search was possible, was the only thing one could do, because he placed himself somewhere else. He placed himself on a belief that he has been born and he grows as a somebody. And of course, all what goes along with that. So of course, as a somebody, if you are not happy, if you feel unsatisfied, if something in you makes you sure there must be something more real, more eternal, one has to search, one has to transform himself, one has to eventually purify himself. But actually, this force, when one could wake up, that he has always been himself, the real self, the self which is not depending on time and space, which is never starting, having a span of life and then ending. Of course, that voice, you will not hear it from the world of the appearance, because the world of the appearance knows only ephemerity, ephemeral changes, events. So there is the voice of the wise who indicates, look, if you are eternally unsatisfied, even though you have great pleasures and great pain, if you feel deeply separation, if you are not happy, if you are not peaceful, it's totally natural. It's because you mistake yourself for somebody you are not in reality. You mistake yourself for an appearance. So go and search the source of it. From where are you coming from? And for that, there is a journey of waking up immediately, or second best, to negate whatever you thought is real, whatever experience you have in feelings, in senses, in ideas, whatever is presented, you know, or you start to know that it has a start and so an end. It cannot be real. It cannot be speaking about who you really are. So if there is any journey, it's better to take the journey to make this I we never question, at least disappear as a reality. It will appear, it will always appear, but it will be deprived of its reality. There is no substance in it. I is an expression of what you are. And because of the confusion, one suffers. So, what a great luck, what a great blessing to desire to realize one real self. That everybody is already, but his mind believes it or not. It's the mind which has a nature of time and space, which tyrannize the person, I. So let's be freed from that tyranny. It will always appear, but why to confuse oneself for that? That's what satsang can offer, that direction, or to remind you what's going on, the nature of what's going on. Now, if you have still any question, any doubt, anything you would like to share about it, very welcome. Myself, I don't have a longer discourse than that, unless you ask me. Imagine that we are all presently just now that. And if there is anything which denies it or brings time into it, or not yet, I'm not yet ripe enough, or I don't look purified enough, or I don't look enlightened enough, or whatever, don't you see that it's a thought passing by? And you are free not to look at it, yourself at it. But you have to hear that, because in the world, you always work with whatever appears. So here it would be the contrary. For once one will not feed whatever passes, whatever presents itself. You agree? Yeah. Hi.
So when you say, when you feel that you actually, the vastness and you are here and now, but then the mind comes again and again,
Yeah.
how, and you get lost in the mind again,
Yes.
in the I.
Yes. But who is getting lost? Who is getting lost?
The mind.
Yeah. I would say the owner of the mind, the one you think you are, is lost. And that will happen till this body drops. That will happen. So now there is a way to wake up, not to confuse yourself for that one. That one, the person that you know very well, or that you still discover, but still, there is something in you, you will never confuse yourself with someone else, because you identify with what you know from yourself. You have a luggage. So that will always appear in a light way or in a troubled way. It's the rhythm is the nature of the appearance. You cannot change much that. You can make it longer if you practice a lot of things about it. You can transform a few things, but if you really see what's going on, it will always waver. So even if you accomplished a great space of light or of even freedom, it will be followed by another space, even if it is shorter, because of a great accomplishment, let's say. But don't entertain the idea that those spaces can one day be one, can one day be only light, for example. That is an illusion, that's a concept. Because it is attached to a person, and a person is born as a span of time and dies, and whatever belongs to that person has the same nature. So, to know who you really are means this you cannot transform. It will go on. To know really who you are, I could be questioned, and that we never know. We never do. How to question I? There is no real recipe, but already it's allowed to hear I to be questioned. Who am I? Then that very question can separate, can unglue yourself from whatever was there before. If you ask this question. And the answer is where you are left. Not in the mind as an answer, not in the senses as an answer, and nor in the feelings. Because then you will rebuild again a new thing. To I. I will rebuild. So for a split second, you have to denude I of its appearance, of its so-called reality. Like that. And a split second is enough. Because it is enough to see suddenly, oh, this snake is a rope. Even if after you shiver and you will laugh yourself, at some point you say, it's of course a rope. You see? Even if the body instinctively reacts because of the past beliefs. So I think it's because of a long journey that this can be heard also. You see, if it makes sense, go for it. Go for it. And I would say that split second you free yourself, which frees yourself, may not be necessarily a result of a meditation. It is rather like an extreme desire to free yourself and to have understood finally, because it's not easy to grasp that, to finally to have understood that the root of this misery or this search is this I, is the root. So one you may ask yourself, even if once is enough maybe, you see, but it has to get this radical fire. a moment. You dedicate a moment to that. Can I? Yeah. If you have any question about this, please ask. It's an excellent moment, you see. But maybe you understood
I understood.
that otherwise it is the mind which reappears to suggest you things. You see, I even prefer that one is less in space, which looks great, and it is great, of silence or whatever. I even prefer that one is like a warrior, knowing how you would say that, débusquer, he can recognize what is the mind. Because if he knows what's the mind, he's freed from it. That is the wonderful tool. And then where are you? If you know it's the mind, if you know that whatever you can see, it's not you. It's what appears. And you are that from where everything can appear and disappear.
So are you saying if there is no mind, then that this is actually what you are behind that?
Absolutely. But when one expresses this way, there is a danger, because then he will say, oh, but when there is mind, then I'm no more that. And that's not true. So in no mind, you may have the luck to have this split second, you see. But don't confuse who you are for no mind. Whatever you experience, there is an experiencer. And the experiencer is I. Expression, I. The duality. And you are that which creates all this. But this body-mind, of course, will continue to play disappearance, the world of disappearance. Huh? Yeah, please.
Seems like the last 6 to 9 months, the mind, of the last few years have been quieter. But over the 6 months, something else now seems to be shifting.
Okay.
And it's like the whole body's gotten quieter. It's not the
Mhm.
mind's quiet, but the whole body seems quiet, like empty,
Mhm. Okay.
and
Okay.
so much less talking. Almost feel like a reflector of what's outside rather than what's happening
Okay.
here,
Okay.
because it doesn't feel like there's much going on here.
Mhm. Mhm. Great.
It feels like a whole different whatever going on.
Yeah. It's a different. You emptied yourself. I mean, you emptied the one who was searching in different ways before. Hmm? Yes, very important. It's only when you empty yourself that it makes sense to see that maybe there is still someone emptied.
Still someone.
Emptied. So when you feel like, just see, who is that someone? Is there any somebody? And if you don't feel like yet, be there. Be in the emptiness rather than in the busyness. Hmm? Yeah.
I had a dream about Papaji when I was with another guru, and the other guru in the dream changed into Papaji. And so then I knew I had to go to see Papaji, but I only found out about him not that long before he died. And when I was going, before I got there, he died. So I never saw him. So I have this story that if I had got there to see Papaji, then I would have gone into bliss or stayed in bliss and not tumbled back into samsara and into the mind in all the stories. And so...
But you already met him. Why do you say? You see, a master, of course, it's a big support to meet him in his body, but actually a master is what he indicates. Huh? So I can say you already met him. So you can drop your dream.
But other people I know who were with him...
They are still searching sometimes, don't you think?
I know someone who was with him who's always joyous, happy and free, who's, I would say, in a state of like enlightenment.
Yeah.
And that has not happened to me. I've had glimpses, but...
Yeah. Okay, glimpses, it's already something. So, what do you call a glimpse? What is your
experience of bliss, of knowing who I am, not the story, not the mind, not whatever is going on.
Okay.
In
so it's not
the
here
body
now.
Mind.
It's not here now.
Well, it's always there, like an undercurrent, but I'm in the waves on the surface.
And why do you want to change the waves?
I'd like to be in that place.
You like to experience good waves only.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Or no waves.
But
just the just the current with no waves.
Why do you impose your law that the self should not have waves? We would not speak of the self, of what you really are, if there were no waves. It's because we confuse ourselves with a wave that we suddenly remind or want to be really the substratum of it. But don't try to change the ways of the self. Waves will be there. Waves will always be there. the manifestation cannot manifest itself if there is not a good wave and a bad wave. It will not be a manifestation, there would not be manifestation. So the target, the goal is not well directed. Don't touch the waves. Just try to see that you never have been a wave.
I know it up here, but not, feeling it.
You know it up there?
Yeah, intellectually. The mind knows it, but
The mind,
being is-
mind that, I don't know. Why do you say it's the mind that knows it?
because if it was more than the mind, then I would be in a state of equanimity or bliss,
No.
like I've seen
Listen.
other people being
Don't
in.
compare. Don't compare. You see, if you see a master who is not blissful all the time and whatnot, you will think he's not a master. Well, if you see a few Zen masters, they are like this, and I know they are not the archetype of bliss.
I'm not drawn to Zen masters.
So you want a certain type of experience. It's okay. But then you will lose it, and sometimes we'll get it again. This is the problem with experiences. There is nothing wrong with experiences, but we suffer because they go on changing. We lose them. We lose them.
But it seems like Papaji didn't lose them. He was always...
But he was not in waves.
Yeah.
He allowed the
Yeah.
waves to rise because we looked at his body and his moods and whatnot. These are the waves.
He allowed them, did you say?
He allowed them to
Allow.
manifest themselves through the body-mind.
But
Yeah.
he didn't react.
But how do you know that?
Well, it didn't everything I've seen of him.
You have
read of
not
him, he
even
sounds
met
like,
him,
no.
and you project your ideal of enlightenment.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. That will be hard to meet then.
So that was not
You
your...
don't meet, there is nobody as an appearance. What is an appearance? It's this body, it's all these mechanisms, no? The emotional heart, the ideas, the body, the senses. You will not meet anybody all the time blissful. In the way you imagine the bliss.
So your experience with Papaji was that sometimes he was blissful and sometimes he was not.
I will not describe Papaji as a person because it will not help anybody. So the most extraordinary thing I could hear from him is that never confuse yourself for a form, for an experiencer and an experience. Otherwise you will suffer. You see? That was his great indication. All the time telling, you are already that. And don't expect to jump out of bliss all the time. It will not be like that. Even if it is like that for a few years, because the impact may be very strong, you will lose it. So don't run after something you lose. And whatever you experience, there is an experiencer there. And he will die. So what? I think if you could hear that the experience, I don't give values to experiences. They may be wonderful when they are there, but when they go, it doesn't mean anything about reality, about what you are.
They're like the waves.
They are waves, exactly. So try not to project how to be free, how it will appear. It will be sometimes in such a ordinary appearance. Or even if it is extraordinary, it's one case. Or you see, it's you have not to have no expectation. What happens then? Who are you if you have no expectation? Just for a moment. Where are you lost if you have no expectation? What do you lose? Mhm. That direction. Mhm. Yeah,
If you find that your mind,
I didn't hear.
if you find that you're having a lot of shoulds in your day, where your mind or your judgment is saying you should do this and you should do that, or you should not have done that, what do you suggest to have relief from that?
I suggest to not to be worried too much about those thoughts unless you want to have a life in a certain way, but then it's another search than to know yourself. But then for that there are also many ways, many teachings. But if you want to know who you really are, it's not the direction. The direction is not to listen to any thought just for a moment. Just to allow who you really are to reveal itself. So I'm not busy with how to behave or which kind of life to have. So you have to see which kind of search you have. And then you will find the proper teaching for that. You see? Every demand will find the guidance for that. But it has to be precise. What do you want? What do I really want? There are many, many ways for that. So find out, what do you really want? Means what you would like to at least accomplish as a priority before dying. What is your priority so that you can say, okay, I didn't live for nothing. You accomplish that. You go for that. You understand? If you don't, try to see. It will help you. Let me tell you why I'm like that. It's because I don't trust the mind. You see the mind? Oh, but you don't listen, so it's okay. If there is any something you want to clarify, please, you can do it. Or you are already very clear. Yeah?
My question is, I can understand in my mind or intellectually, when we talk about that we are that, but I'm not the person, I'm not this body,
Okay.
that I'm something greater than this. I can totally understand that, but to have the direct experience so that it's really a part of me, this seems to elude myself and I think many, to actually have the direct experience.
Okay.
And if you could shine some light, why is it that, I don't know if you want to call it our humanness or what, but why is it so difficult to have that direct experience?
You see, you have the direct experience, but the mind, which has not been put into question, suggests ideal a concept of what is to be oneself. He always wants to experience it. Because of course, as a person, the existence is made of experiences. So we think we will make it by experiencing as we experience the world with our senses, emotions and ideas. No, it will not be like this. The mind cannot reach there. The mind is hopeless for that. And the body too. And the emotions too, even though they may have sublime experiences. But they are limited by the time, by their ephemerity, temporality. Yeah? So, to realize who you already are, you discard whatever. For a moment, you have the fire, you take the risk to eventually realize yourself. Then that moment means it's an important moment. You dedicate not to be swept away by anything which is presented. Let it be in the body, let it be in the heart, let it be in the head. And you don't care about what you already know. Because this is the practice of I am that to realize it. So it's so important for you that you want to do it. You dedicate, but not long in time. It will not work. It's just like to wake up to this fact, which looks like not yet a fact. But you see, it's not yet a fact because we are used to use the mind for that. We are used to use something else for that. That fails. You cannot use any of those tools. What happens? And even if they suddenly appear, don't say I lost it. It's a habit, it's an appearance. You spot it. That's mind. That's the mind. I am not confusing myself with that. And you let it happen, whatever. You see, you have to get this automatic wisdom then. You have to be vigilant in that way for a period of time. No compromise. Again and again. And one day all these kind of vigilance or efforts, they disappear. Yeah? It's a life affair, huh? I mean, It's not like, okay, I dedicate some time here, some time there. I mean, once if you search, it's a life affair. Whatever you do, it's not a question of position, attitude, or it's whatever you do, you want to solve that. And you here, it's not through the mind. Wow. It's not through the emotions, not through the senses. And one is at loss, helpless. Right? Very good moment to ask, who am I? Yeah.
I just wondered, I didn't really get what you said about, was it me not meeting Papaji, having the dream was a meeting of him, with him, when he was alive,
You
when
see,
I had
if
the
you
dream?
meet a master, it's never said that it's a dream. It's more real than anything else. And you said that you met him.
Just in the dream.
No. Don't say just in the dream. You just met him.
So it was not necessary to meet him in the body?
It is not. If it didn't happen, it means it was not. But then, know the blessing of it. You have a guidance now. You see?
Yeah.
Don't throw it like a dream. Make it your luck of life.
Yeah. I've been reading The Truth Is for many years.
Ah,
Yudhishthira gave it to me.
Yeah.
And then I was with Rishi. Did you know Rishi?
Rishi, I don't know.
With German, with Papaji in the 80s.
Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. Great.
Thank you.
You see, your own self helps you in taking some shape to speak to you, to guide you. Huh? That's a master, whatever shape.
Yeah, it's curious too because I had a desire to go to your satsang in Portugal, and I thought maybe I would be going to Spain in the summer to see my cousins, and I'd go to Portugal to your satsang, but I didn't go. And here I am in Maui, and here you are, the same week. It's just
Maybe
amazing.
you call me so strong.
But I didn't even plan to be here until, a few weeks ago. It's strange.
Ah. Yeah, you have. When you know your priority, you know what is important for you, and they are like this, some blink of an eye, here and there.
But what if you feel like you blew it, Like I blew it because I didn't get to Papaji, That's my story.
You are still there.
Yeah.
I thought I told you that you met him. You prefer your story, or you prefer to know maybe what's more real? If you prefer your story, you will always miss the master.
The mind prefers the story.
Yes. So, what you want to follow, the master or the mind?
The master.
Ah, okay. So good luck.
The master is inside anyway. Inside.
Sometimes he has to be outside to put you in order.
But I missed Papaji. The outside.
What are you doing here?
The outside master.
What are you doing when you go to satsang? You missed Papaji. Okay. When you go to satsang, so for you it's of no use because you missed Papaji.
No.
Ah, so what?
No, there are other teachers, but he was a master.
Ah, you make that difference, sure. Then you will always miss if you cannot recognize Papaji maybe in some other shape. You will always miss them. You know, the importance is not the shape. The importance is that, oh, now I hear what I want to hear. What I know, it will help me. Don't care about the shapes then, but there will be a shape to help you. You know? So, I understand that you may very much be in love and attached to the shape of Papaji, but please, himself, if you were with him, would have allowed that for a while, but after, crack, crack, huh? So be wise.
What do you mean, be wise? How? Don't be attached to form?
Don't sell your soul to a shape. Go for your master, and the master is always here now. Okay?
Okay.
Yes. That's the best.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if
Sorry, I thought it was you. Yeah.
so, if you've had a glimpse
Yeah.
of the sublime,
Mhm.
and you know, a fleeting moment, it's a minute, it's an hour, who knows what it is, but and then you come back, and an hour later you're you again. Is the goal to
Is
the goal, the end,
Yeah.
the enlightenment, is it to dive into that all the time, or to just live a life of service and hope you'll see those flashes from time to time?
Good question, yes. You see, what is a glimpse? One makes a difference between an experience and a glimpse. It's true. An experience is always objective, and we say if it is a glimpse, it's sublime. You cannot really describe, and you feel this is what I am. Yeah? If you speak about that, yeah. That you can never lose, because it's what you are. But what you may not have heard is that when the mind presents itself again, and could be the body, I include all that in the mind, don't say that you went back to the mind. Just know that's the mind, that's the creation of myself who is going on. Otherwise it creates glimpses. Otherwise you have the glimpse, I am myself, I have seen. Huh? And then because there is some sensation, something, the appearance is again looks like very strong as an habit. All this looks very strong. And then what? Why do you say you go back? You don't go back. You just have seen that all the rest is the self also, but in appearances. Then where is the glimpse? You are always yourself. And where is the difference to have a life in the creation also when you know that everything is that? You see, to not to have seen that the mind itself is unreal, or not to have spotted what's the mind makes this difficulty. Like, you don't return to the source. You never left the source. But because you thought differently, one speaks like this. But the danger of speaking like this is that sometimes you return and sometimes you again go back to the world. It's not like this. It's an illusion to speak like this. You are always yourself. And know that whatever happens is yourself in creation.
But those moments are so.
Yes. Yes. But then one start to make an experience of it, and that's why you lose it. So in the creation, you can have those moments of glimpse and those moments of non-glimpse, but don't confuse yourself, even yourself, for a glimpse. You never lose yourself. The mind may pretend so, not so. And the mind pretends so because it makes an image of the self. And that cannot last. You see? You see? You see what is amazing with this, the masters of liberation, let's say, is that they say, but we cannot take it. We need some time to take it. We are already that. We are already that. So all the journey that we have, it's because we cannot take it yet. We are so still believing and trusting the mind. And then, of course, if you trust your mind, you are twisted, you have to be straight, you have this, you are opaque, you have to be light, and so on. There are so many, concepts about that. But you are already that. So, and often, paradoxically, you need a lot of practice and experiences and whatnot to finally say, okay, still I'm not there. And then it's like you give up. And then you hear, but you are already that. Something like that. Yes, please.
So in a sense, it doesn't really matter what happens.
Exactly. Exactly.
And that's really different than the
Big thing.
It's a
I
big thing.
know. Read Nothing Ever Happened. You will understand. No, it doesn't matter. As reality, we have no control about it anyway. It's a big relief. So honor that.
In a way, that's a relief, big relief.
Big relief. Big relief. don't make it anything about that. Don't make a something out of it. Just remain quiet. You are that which could see that.
There's self and there's creating, and that's always going to be what there is. So don't have to get picky about which toys used to create, really, or what the result of that is. It doesn't really matter, right?
It's no more your affair. Your affair.
As earlier on, I was deciding, do I come here or do I not come here? And now I realize it doesn't matter. I mean,
It doesn't matter just now, yeah.
yeah, it's just.
Maybe you needed to just say that. You came just to say that, and then you can go. Hi.
Thank you for coming. I'm so happy to see you.
You fine? I saw you in Rishikesh, no? Fine? Nothing to say? Not so fine. And why you stay quiet then?
Pretty fine.
What do you mean by quietness?
Oh, what? I just said pretty fine.
Pretty fine. Could mean a lot of things, but you are okay. Means you know what not to do.
Well, I guess I will speak then. Thank you. It there's knowing or intellectual wisdom and wisdom from experience to know that whatever is speaking, whatever emotions experienced,
Yeah,
the I,
yeah,
blah 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 now is not it.
yeah,
Everything can just be ignored,
yeah,
and at times it's crystal clear.
yeah.
And sometimes it becomes very clear.
Yeah.
Other times it's not, I wouldn't say very unclear, but unclear.
Yeah.
But the one attempting to become clear is not it. It's almost at the whim of God, grace, when clarity comes and clarity uncomes. And so at this very moment there is searching happening, but that just seems to be at the whim of God. So that's why I say fine, pretty fine.
Yeah, understand. Now you see, the will of God, if you speak of the will, you speak of the creativity, the creation. Yeah? And creation will always be like this. Sometimes this, sometimes that. But who are you?
In this moment, I don't know.
Okay,
I don't.
the mind doesn't know. Excellent. The mind will never know.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Great. Great. So, if you don't attach yourself to I don't know, what's left? What's left? Keep quiet there. Nowhere else. Yes.
On the great fire.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
And you're showing me beyond this joy that's in the body and
Yes. Great. Keep. Yes. Be there. You are always there anyway. That direction, no other direction, okay? That.
okay.
And let the joy appear and let the joy disappear. You are always yourself. You want to tell me something? No more.
Nothing to say right
Hmm?
now. Nothing to say right now.
question about sometimes when I hear about things that are happening in the world that can create either deep sadness or anger, and then I can, I try to step away from those feelings and say it's part of the illusion of that's not who I am. But for someone like yourself, what do you do when those things come across, when you hear about something horrific?
You see, as
do
a
you not let it
person,
in?
I react like you.
I'm sorry?
As a person, I react like you.
Uh-huh.
I just know that it is samsara, what to do.
And this is a difficult place in my spiritual journey to feel like, do I get involved? Do I try to help? Do I ignore it and do what I feel is best for myself, for my own,
Yeah. Just see what is the priority for you and go for it.
But do you feel like if you do get involved in something that it takes you away from yourself? Or
As a person, you see, you react in your circumstances. And that is different with everyone, how much he reacts or not. But the confusion is not there. There is no more a doubt rising, oh, I lost myself. You see, that is poisonous. That gives suffering. The surge goes when you realize yourself. But everything else goes on the same till you die. And some have some destiny to be saints. Some have the destiny to just be ignored. You cannot recognize them. Some are brilliant. Some are this and that. I mean, that you don't choose. That is just like that. It doesn't matter. That's what I say. Just follow what you think you have to do. And if you don't know, search what is essential for me. And whatever is there, it's good, do it. And maybe after that, when this one thing is accomplished, maybe you will go for liberation. Who knows? Or it's already liberation. But make it clear. It helps tremendously. You cannot do so many things at the same time. You cannot accomplish so many things at the same time, So, there is absolutely no obligation with the direction I give. It's only when one goes for that. Otherwise, all is perfect. Something urgent?
So freedom in your life means having a quiet mind.
No, I would not say so. It may be there, but I would not say so. Freedom means more that there is no search. No seeker there to be bothered by a search. to be more happy, more peaceful, more this or that. That disappears. Or if you search for something, you know very well what it is, the nature of it. So it's not like you will die for that, you know. In that way. Yeah.
Can you say more about what you said? The master is here now.
The master is yourself. So he's here now when you don't listen to your mind. Something more? Yeah.
When I go inside myself, I usually connect to my hara.
Yeah.
Then if I go there, then become my mind clear,
Yeah.
quiet,
Yeah.
and lots of energy feel kind of
Yeah.
disappearing. Then I remember Ramana says your center of your being is the right hand side of the heart.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know about the story?
Yeah, you know, if one starts to speak of location, as you say, in your upbringing, everything is in fact there, yes, it's true. Centers is there. And for Ramana, the center, but it's about location, there will always be different opinion. So don't worry about location. Remove that. It's nowhere. You see, when one speaks like this, it is to indicate to someone who has still a very strong mind and cannot hear something else. So you locate a few centers, which is true, everybody knows that if you did yoga or martial art or whatever, that there are centers, even in the body, even in the mind, which are more generators, motors of something deep. But at some point, if it is about who you are, forget it. Yes. Mm-hmm. You would try that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
The gentleman earlier said by God's grace.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, where does God fit in?
God is yourself. No difference. And when I say yourself, I don't speak to somebody, to an individual. God is yourself. Only God is. Only the self is. And the grace is always there, but the mind pushes it and complains afterwards. Yeah.
Aren't these centers in your body places, for instance, the hara, which helps you to go to God or to it can, by concentrating on it or putting your whole
Understand? Yes. But you see, what you do then with the concentrator, what do you do with that one?
it can disappear. Suddenly it disappears.
For a while. Who has this experience of disappearance? Because you see who you are, the realization of yourself doesn't mean disappearance. Disappearance is still an experience. One has not to stop there. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Surely that one can know those experiences. But then what? They disappear. Also, the disappearance disappears also. That's why it can become crystal clear that as long as there is someone, don't bring I with you, that's all. And then where is the Ara? Where is the heart of Ramana? Where is it? There is no more these notions, you see. And you are then exactly where he meant, or where they meant. It's an indication. Yeah.
Is the self already non-dual, or you didn't expand on the non-dual concept?
You mean, if I heard well, if the self already non-dual?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I always conceive it like this. That helps me to clarify.
Yeah, it's non-dual. It's not two.
So there's not yourself. It's just.
No. If one speaks of myself and all, it's psychologically like that. But no, there is not I nor you then.
Exactly.
Yeah, sure. So you are clear about who you are.
Intellectually, yes.
Oh, why intellectually? Why? What intellectually do you expect else? Intellectually, you say, is because you expect something else. What is it?
Probably like you said, it's 3 months ago.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe don't always reply intellectually. Because then you describe yourself, you limit yourself completely. If you don't expect anything, there's a problem. We have images, you see. To follow an image is a bondage.
One more question. When you go to the deep sleep at night time, something always aware inside you, or you just everything disappears?
You ask me or you? You ask me.
Yes.
I am sorry to be very to take a formula which is so known, but when I sleep, because you see, the search is gone. Otherwise, of course, I remember it was a very big question when I sleep with what is aware and all that. And there is some Upanishad speaking about that, Mandukya Upanishad and all that. But it's when you don't search anymore, it's no more a question. So you sleep, you don't sleep. So the search is gone. But it's true that what is aware of your sleep? How do you know you have slept? Must be something, and that something is who you are. And don't try to have a conscious sleep, because then it's I. There's some practice like that. I is conscious, but then it's I. So don't do anything. Those things will become so crystal clear. Don't worry about those states. But just try to really see that it's because I wakes up that the world wakes up. To really see that it's I who is the first, I am the first rising of your own self, and that's a confusion. So when you will see that very clearly, you would love to, you will like to question I. And the answer will be when the question disappears. Because you have known, you have seen now, by now, that any other answer is or mental, or sensual, or emotional. And even if those answer presents itself, you are not curious to go there. You discard it. No value. No more. Finito.